You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop Podcast with Chop Master J.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Chop Master J. The Chop Shop. Chop Shop. Chop Shop, Chop Shop. Chop Master J. Oh yeah. Judy Klein. Judy Klein. So too, son of the underground. Here we go,
You all tuned in to the Chop Shop Podcast with Chop Master J.
Oh yeah. What up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Chop Shop with yours truly, Chop Master J. Your girl Judy Klein. Judy Klein.
Hey.
And so too.
Yo.
Yeah, we here today to kick it as we bring in the next generation of DU, Digital Underground Next Generation, DUNxG, and the future with Sex Packets 2. That deserves some applause. Sex Packets 2, 2024, forevermore. We celebrating bringing back the party with Sex Packets and the funk. The hip hop Humpty Funk now is the DU DUNxG Next Generation, and we are looking forward to jamming on some of this with So Too as the master of this creation. Judy Klein, it feels good to be alive and here to see this. It's 35 years. It's the 35th anniversary of Sex Packets. When we broke that shit out years ago, these cats weren't even born, and a lot of them, but they jumped on and they made some hot shit with this celebration and keeping the party going or bringing it back or something like this or something like that. It's kind of fat, and I think that I like to see what they talking about. What you think, Judy Klein, about bringing back some classic shit?
Well, you brought up a really good point. That if that was 35 years ago, a lot of people listening to this podcast now don't know anything about Sex Packets 1. So can you give us a little bit of info on that?
Well, Sex Packets was biochemically compacted sexual affection, sex and appeal. It was a record that we created as, at the time, HIV had become really, really, really menacing as an STD, and people were in fear of having sex. And so we thought that we would create a pill that would be able to satisfy you on the ecstasy side as well as on the sex side. It was sex and a pill. And, create a new club drug that could be fun to party with, new party drug. So it was a fantasy fun thing that we did all under the guise of the funk, sampling all of the greatest music made by George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic and even some Jimi Hendrix that we had rocking up in there. And it was just a creative buffet of music and concepts and art. And Sex Packets was a fun record to make. We grew up on concept albums from Earth, Wind & Fire, Ohio Players, Parliament Funkadelic, all the other great groups, and felt it was a thing to do with, with Digital Underground. So that's what we did. It was hot, and So Too, and them have picked up that baton and, sitting up taking it to the finish line once again. I mean, it still has some meat on that bone. So, yeah, Sex Packets 2.
So too. Your dad with Digital Underground has done a lot of really cool music. What inspired you to take this concept, Sex Packets 2, and bring it forward?
I think at the time, honestly, where I was at musically, was more on the producer side of things and was just creating a lot of music at that time with, a group of people that I used to work with, a small circle of people I used to work with constantly. And so what it really was that concept itself just seemed, it still was appealing to me, like a way to be able to create kind of what we were already kind of creating, but just bringing some structure to it. And so kind of the concept projects at the time was kind of obsolete because a lot of people weren't doing those. So if we felt like it was important to kind of bring that back, that concept back, and just being it being so iconic, why not? The legacy, I felt like it's important to continue this legacy and to continue what they started and to elevate it and make it even better than when it started. So that was our whole mindset behind it. And like I said, it's not really hard to make records about sex. It's like the funnest records is to make about sex and fun and partying. And at the time, we was having fun partying, and it just worked with the mode and the vibe at the time. So it was kind of a perfect
So you put
blend.
you put the party back on the record.
Basically.
And I can appreciate that because it's been a minute since the party's been on the record. I mean, as times have progressed, and especially here in the States, like overseas and other places, people still party. They still go to the club. The club is king and overseas and all of that good stuff. And, people party and stuff here, home in the U.S., but the real deal is that based upon certain conditions, a lot of us found a way to party amongst ourselves in our homes. And even when we go out to the clubs, we go party privately or whatever to the side. So for you to put the party back on the record for everybody to enjoy, I think is hot. And I think it's necessary because it's time to feel good again. And, I know with Sex Package 2 and the idea of that and the way that people, that particular concept, Judy, as you know, or may not know, but the idea is that, between the adult world, the adult entertainment world, now, that concept isn't that far off. That is damn near a reality. I don't know if Bill Gates and them actually made the make the connection. You know what I'm saying? But or if it's an app for it, or if the virtual glasses or whatever. But the real deal is that Sex Package, the idea of being able to pop a pill and have some simulated sex with whomever you have chosen as your packet is kind of fun. And with COVID and different things like that floating around, it's like the idea of it is refreshing and fun. Anyway, fun is the key with Sex Package 2. Judy, we want to bring fun back. Back in the day with Sex Package and Digital Underground back in 1989, 90, we were doing what we like, would do what you like. We did the Humpty Dance, and it was about the party. And, that was 35 years ago, like we said. So the idea of, Black to the Future, bringing it back, continuing, moving and pivoting in a new direction with the new generation of Digital Underground performers and entertainers, rappers, MCs, producers, is fun. Filmmakers, journalists. There's all kind of people in the underground. The underground is huge. You still down with the underground, right, Judy?
I'm always down with the underground, and I am so down with So Too, which I just think is the coolest name ever because it's son of the underground.
Yeah.
But So Too, what is your favorite song on Sex Package 2? And can you play a little bit of the music for us so we can hear what you're bringing forward?
Yeah, there's a lot of songs I like. I can't say a particular one of my favorite, but there's a lot that we kind of did some reiterations of as far as sampling, or not even just sampling, like sampling the source material where they got the original samples from, as far as like and just remaking those same vibes, like Earthquake, for example, which is the same. It's like the Humpty Dance, but it's actually the sample they sampled from the Humpty Dance. We just flipped it differently. So that's one of my favorite little party jams off of that record. I play it for you. I play a little bit right now. Let me see.
In the spot with no particular plans, moving smoothly in the function with a cup in my hand. See a bad one, like, ooh, goddamn, make my approach like, baby, do you know who I am? But it really don't matter though. Excuse the marijuana, so do you have a name or do I call you whatever, ho? Hope she said, you better come correct. Talking all that nonsense and straight up disrespect. My bad, girl, ain't trying to sound like a threat. Just trying to see what's good for the night and maybe get you wet. A freak of the industry, what you expect? If our royalty's finest and in the flesh. And I can make you moan. The way you move your body, baby, got me in the zone. Put a drink on my tab, but this is just a loan. Gotta pay it back when I take you home later on.
Second time coming, here to make a move. Just for the money, just to make it green. Get up on the floor and do what you do. Second generation, so we never lose. Just bounce, bounce, shake, shake.
Move it around, let's see an earthquake.
Just bounce, bounce, shake, shake.
Yeah.
Move it around, let me see an earthquake.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I heard some DU in there, some Parliament. I was like, oh, I love that.
Bounce, bounce, shake, shake, move it
Right.
around. Let me see an
And-
earthquake.
Yeah.
And brought in some freaks of the industry, which is my favorite.
Hey, you know, and
Hint, hint.
I know it.
Yeah, we got a Freaks of the Industry rendition as well.
Yeah, that's what she wanted you to just to bounce it right on up in there.
Yeah, I got
Hint,
you.
hint. Trying to be a little obvious on this one.
Free, definition of me. Leak, what your pussy do when I be? Sheets wet from the sweat that starts to increase. When you make your ass clap, yeah, it's talking to me. Moan gets louder, I'm in too deep. As I put my hand on her hips and the bed starts to creak. Practicing Kama Sutra, hallelujah. She doing yoga poses, do your thing, whatever suits you. Don't care what's on your mind or your mind. Have your knees buckling when I tap on your spine. Biting hard on my neck as you grind. Turn around and throw it back like rewind. Never been a quick nigga, it will take some time. Have her screaming like she on a roller coaster ride. That splash in the head first, girl, like a dive. Put camera on record, cause this should be televised. Then don't mind what I do next. Have you fully satisfied? I'm the best, what you expect? I do love sex. Pull out and shoot it on the stomach till there's nothing left. Hot, cause they're the
Freaks, the best chicks you can meet. See her, then you need her every day of the week. She the baddest thing you seen, flipping through your magazine. Sex king, and she looking like a queen. Coming out the strip club, pocket full of G's. High heels, switching hard, walking through the breeze. Down for anything, now she talking to a G. Ready to get with me, just a freak of the industry.
It's a good thing to know that these are fantasies. This is a fantasy drug. These songs are so amazing and so descriptive with the lyrics. Super descriptive to the point of, once again, the imaginary of what the imagination can do is cool. And,
On the original, y'all were talking a little raunchy as well, so it's kind
Well-
of keeping the essence of what was
that's
going.
very true. But as it were, with some people, times have changed, and some people don't like certain aggressive nature when you talk about sex and fun. But I choose to think that it to each his own or her own. And once again, these are sex packets. This is sex and appeal concepts coming out through these songs. I think this shit's hot. You know what I'm saying? I love freaks.
Yeah.
Judy took She asked for it, then she ran out the room.
Yes, I did. I did.
Yeah, see, you don't be claiming.
But
Don't be
there's a big difference because it's not being delivered by a 12-year-old girl.
right.
So there we
Oh,
go.
well, absolutely not. And this isn't just like back in the day. Needs a warning sticker on it. It's like
Parental advice.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, but the real deal is that the fun and the party of it. I mean, what did we talk about? We talked about this biochemically compacted sexual affection, sex and appeal 2024 sex package 2. I think is hot. Did you have something else that was rocking up on that shit? You had something else rocking, didn't you? What did we pick up in there to be rocking? Rocket.
We got It Is Real, which is a fantasy, another pill that I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
Ladies and ladies, welcome to the mind of a crazy sex addict taking a travel back in time. Feeling so divine like them in two, I cannot lie. My experience more powerful than the drug, it takes me high. Spread my wings, it makes me fly. Feeling smoother than this beat as I put my hand all up her thigh. Jacking apple juice, drinking that she confide. She ain't never done this before, this is her first time. Right, like I believe that, cause her head game does wonders, it makes me relax. This is facts, not fiction. As we switch position, description reads quickie. I be feeling right in the gym. Name said Vicky, she tells me all the secrets though. Gets wet and rides me like a rodeo. It's like she's there, but in the end it's just a mirage. But she does a nigga right, tells me off with a mental massage.
Now tell me how you feel. Give you the best you ever had. Keep it real. What's the deal?
So tell me how you feel. A sexual experience wrapped up in a pill.
Now tell me how you feel. Give you the best you ever had. Keep it real. What's the deal?
So tell me how you feel. A sexual experience wrapped up in a pill.
Ladies, fulfilling your needs on the daily. Your body feels amazing, it takes you to different places. They would find us on the mountaintop, high, getting our freak on. I know you want it, I see through you like a peephole. Smoothest brother on the scene, hold my coat, 'cause I'm feeling it from her hair.
So yeah, we got a little fantasy. All these are fantasy records. Each one is like its own pill, basically. So that's the concept behind it. So
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting is when you talk about, back then, 30-something years ago, it was a pill, right? And, we've been through the whole, do you want the blue pill or the red pill? But now we are in an age and an era where you've got virtual everything, right? With AI, virtual girlfriends, virtual boyfriends, all that.
yeah, the
So
era
it's really
the era is caught up to the actual concept.
exactly. It's very interesting.
That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying, and so I could totally understand, bringing the music to life for people, where it's descriptive and graphic, but fun and funky all at the same time, and it's like I know when we were doing it, we were just like like almost like. I'll say, for to be safe, I'll say, college frat boys fantasize. You know what I'm saying? Like Porky's back in the day when we used to go to school and stuff like that. And, I think that when I listen to some of the songs like How Earthquaking, you was rocking some of that Let's Play House from George Clinton, the Trumbulation album. I forget what the name of it. But the bottom line is that shit was bumping. I like how you were rocking some of that. Donna Summers, that's incredible. I love her. And that track was slamming. And even how you were rocking some, it's real. It is real. But, I think the idea of keeping the funk on this particular record is so dope, how you did some of this and paying homage. I like how you're paying homage. Paying homage and paying tribute to these recordings with your set of your own recordings, I think is dope. And I think when you get to going out and performing, Judy, with a lot of times you go out and perform and you're kind of like, new on the scene. And the idea is sometimes you got to play songs that people know to get them rocking with
Absolutely.
you,
Absolutely.
So this mixtape concept idea of the first Sex Packets album, I think, is brilliant. And I know there's so many more songs on this album, and I know that the future is bright because I've heard some of the other recordings that you guys have up and coming. But this particular record here has got some good stuff on. I'd like to hear something funky. Where's the party jam? Give me something to party. Like,
Well, one of the things that I appreciate before you play that is the lyrics, right? Because you're describing experiences,
Yeah.
and whoever's writing songs right now, it's like they're sitting there with a bunch of like word cards, just putting stuff together, and it sounds like word salad, and it doesn't mean anything.
hmm
But you are actually using your
Imagine.
vocabulary, your language skills, whatever inspiration you're drawing from to portray stories,
Yeah.
right? Because each of these songs has a story behind it, and it's a vivid story, and that's incredible.
Yeah.
'Cause we don't get that very much anymore.
Yeah. It's just like the few people that can actually articulate. But
Thank you.
yeah, it's definitely pulling, like I said, it's a fun record. So it's like, you pulling from your even before you was actually having sex type. You know what I'm saying? It's fantasy.
Yeah, the legal age is 18 to listen to and to do certain stuff. But I know as a youngster, we used to sneak and listen to the Richard Pryor albums, those albums. And the one thing with hip hop, to put certain situations and humor and curse words and all kind of exploits to a beat. I can only imagine at 14, 12, 13, 14, 15, when your hormones are raging, that's when this stuff is really fun. When you're 18 and older, you're living this life. So you can also understand it from that perspective. And when you're older, you remember what you used to do. So it's kind of like it does hit on a few different generations. You know what I'm saying? DUNxG is right on time.
I also appreciate that you're using your own words,
Mhm.
right? Because a lot of music we hear, you know that somebody else's lyrics. You know a lot of these women singing stuff, some man wrote it, and it's just a disconnect of what they're talking about. But I like the authenticity of what you're saying and how it's, coming from you. It's real. And I think that's always a very special experience in a song when the person who's delivering it has written it.
Yeah. It's authentic for sure. It is real.
It is real. There you go.
Title track, not the title
There
track,
you
but a track on the record.
Just to think, I'm looking at the idea of so much more of the music and just the future of the brand itself, DU. The idea of you being able to go out and execute and keep the brand and things alive, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the music. It's all about the performance. It's, DU had a legacy of not just making good records, but also a really good show, and also helped to be a platform to launch some of the greatest MCs that have ever done this. And I just think that it's really wonderful to keep it going, and I look forward to seeing some of this and checking out some more of the music. Can we play some more music? Is that?
I think so too. Is definitely the one to take that baton, right? Because he was there for everything.
Mm-hmm.
He was there as a baby.
No,
I'm not gonna talk about him, but I remember seeing a picture of somebody sitting up there at Yo MTV Raps, and they were awfully little and cute, being held by their daddy who was on that show.
Yeah. So Tootin kicked it with Fab Five Freddy, way back in the day, and hung out
Right.
with Humpty and Pac.
And he He met Shock G when you met Shock G,
He
right?
met Greg the same day I did when I went to the music store. That was his first outing as a newborn baby, and he and his twin sister Asia, and we went and we got that equipment over at the music store. But the real deal is it is it's kind of funny. And they got people that want to, say what they say, but the idea is he's been there from day one.
Yes.
Before a lot of people, and like a Pac. I can remember Pac having to watch them and babysit them for a minute while I was doing some work on his first recordings. So they've been in this mix for quite a while, and it's time.
You know what's cool though? I've never once heard So To brag, yeah, Pac used to babysit me. Like, how many people can say that in life?
Yeah, well, I don't think So Too was talking yet, so he really didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't know.
So just another person,
Right at the time.
Trust me, I'd have been bragging about it for the rest of my whole life. But no, he's just real humble
he said,
about
Uncle
it.
Pac, Uncle Pac.
right.
Not my Uncle Pac.
Uncle Two Pockets. I remember I met Pac. He's so sick of explaining his name to people. He's like, yeah, I said, so he's, what's your name? He's like, Tupac, like Two Pockets. I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. But so I mean, I do love some of these samples and some of this music, and I do know that Judy, it's a trip. It's kind of like from the years of them sitting in car seats and stuff, and when he started making music and the stuff that he was using and creating some music with, and even if it was choosing to sample the song, or his source material that he was using was the stuff that he'd been conditioned in the car. And so he's sitting up there grabbing some P-Funk, but he's grabbing some Return to Forever, some Narada Michael Walden, Garden of the Love Life fusion record. He's grabbing, some Lou Rawls Live, whatever it is, some Minnie Riperton, some whatever I've been listening to.
You did a good job raising him on music,
right,
and teaching him about it, because that's a lost art. There are so many people who have no clue about the breadth or the depth of our music. And I know that's one of the things that, and So Too, I've told you this, I love the work you do as a producer because you have such a vast music knowledge. I can just throw something innocuous out at you and say, I need a song for this artist, blah, blah, blah. And you can pop it right to me. And not only pop that to me, but pop to me like 10 or 12 songs that I could choose from. And all of them are incredible. So thank you, Jimmy, for teaching your son about music.
Hey, look, I mean, you look up and you're liable to have some Gino Vanelli Pauper in Paradise album or some E40. And, and the real deal is that, short E40 grew up on that shit for sure.
Don't we have a Sprinkle Me somewhere?
No, we got an underground. We got an E40 little sample on this record, though. We do have a Sprinkle Me as well.
Yeah, I like to hear some of that Sprinkle Me. But I also like I like some Bump Underground. I mean, rock some of this shit. I like some of this. We got to rock some of this.
I'm gonna bump some of this E40, paying homage to the Bay, and just I grew up on E40. I love E40, but
Right, rock that shit.
We gonna rock.
This right here rocks. I like this shit. Bump that.
I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. 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 All that other shit sugar-coated and watered down. I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. All that other shit sugar-coated and watered down.
Underground shit, it's a new way. Never been a fan of the same thing. Can't keep up, gotta change lanes. Don't mess with lames or the plain James. Talentless niggas try and claim fame. Chase to give it up, then play games. Energy that's not familiar, kinda strange. Looking for the major, fuck the minor things. Like turn rags to riches. DUNxG got slaps, for instance. The way she turn up, yeah, that's the business. And keep the nonsense, yeah, at a distance. rock on, baby. Reaching for the top, only looking for greatness. Something fresh and new like a newborn baby. Have them in the building and they go all crazy.
I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. All of the other shit sugar coated and watered down. I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. All of the other shit sugar coated and watered down.
North Carolina's only hope. Hyphy with the flow, 12 years old, getting hyphy on the flow. Bitch, tell me when to go. Young nigga, fast forward in the bass, so too. Hit me with the give and go. You ain't know. Country King used to sell it by the pound. Melted the crown, and then I threw it in my mouth. That's a chopper style, huh? Back that ass up, feeling juvenile. Bitch, give it to me now. The moon is full. Look at the dark clouds sitting in my canvas, watching your hoe go wild to doubt. I'm feeling a little foul right now. Niggas still get around with digital underground. Highway to LA, do the dash in the whip. Another fucking show, young nigga getting rich. All the other shit, sugar cold in the water down that made me sick. That's wrong, but mainstream, bitch.
I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. I don't want mainstream, I knock underground. All of that.
That was bumping. That I like that whole jam. See, that's the party right there. You put that on, you got to dance.
It's a vibe record for sure.
You got to dance, or if you're in your car, hot boxing, you got to.
You said you sideshowing.
Sideshowing, hot boxing, whatever you doing, that one works. I like that. I mean, you know, we talk about you and some of the crew. I like NC Abram, who's on some of these songs. That his shit is dope.
He's on the majority of these original joints for sure. And the he has that contrast between me and him. We go back and forth a lot. So
yeah, I like that. And you know, I know that was John from North Carolina.
Yeah,
and I like how you keeping that going with the underground being, all America. The bottom line is that different parts of the country and different regions will be underground members, and it's not relegated to just one part of town. And so you got cats from L.A. like Matt Mega Walker, Boss Talker, producer, and getting down. You got Posy Maserati from North Philly. You know what I'm saying? Up in here, you got you got Bay folks, because we Bay to the heart, so it's like that's there.
It's just a revolving door of different artists that's under the same moniker. That was my concept in itself, because like I said, I was producing first. That was my whole thing. So it's kind of like working with artists has always been my thing anyway. So me as an artist and actually being in the front and being on the microphone, it's kind of like, this was my introduction for that. But just keeping the essence of just working with artists, all kind of vibes. It's just the underground moniker, so that's what we're doing.
That's right, and it's pure. It's pure too. Judy, Klein, what do you think about the whole idea of people making music or all of the celebrations and kind of the like this? I guess because the culture has just been decided that it's 50 years old in terms of hip hop culture, but the way that in pop music we're commemorating certain memories and certain anniversaries of great recordings and things of that nature, because I do feel as though the Sex Packets album was a great recording in terms of concept songs and novelty hits that came from that and stuff like that. But for example, but there have been a lot of great recordings that are celebrating these anniversaries, and not just necessarily in hip hop, but I know you listen to all kinds of music, and we love all kind of artists.
Yes, we do, and it was just the 40th anniversary of Purple Rain.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh yeah. I went to see that movie 26 times at the movie theater when it was out. I know that sounds crazy, But that was
It does not sound crazy. I've probably seen it about 100 times.
right,
Not at the movie theater,
right,
but
right.
we saw it a lot. That's for sure.
Right, absolutely. You know, I got to the point where I would just go. Me and my homies would just go just to hear Morris go. You mean like a girls group? You know, we had to just bounce up in there in certain sections and shit. And I mean, we lived and loved that. You're right. 40th anniversary of Purple Rain with Prince. Guy, rest in peace, Prince. Thank you for all of the wonderful music and art you created. But there have been so many great recordings, and I guess it's because the industry is really only about 100 years old or so, and so to celebrate 50 years of this, 25 years of this, 30, 35, we just celebrated 35 years of Do What You Like in June.
Wow.
And I believe 35 years of the Humpty Dance will be sometime this fall, I think in October or so, November. And then next year will be the Sex Packets album that came out like in March. So this is the 35th year anniversary of the singles and the album. And I'm just happy that So Two and them picked up the baton and decided to flip it and make something hot with Sex Packets 2. Plus the other slew of recordings coming soon. But the real deal is this is a good one to lead off on. It's kind of cool too. It's always kind of a melancholy thing, but to celebrate or to commemorate, not celebrate, but to commemorate. I think it's Shock G, the third year of his passing was April 21st, and his birthday would be something to honor and celebrate, and that would be August 25th. I love the idea of keeping Shock's contributions to art and music alive because he was a special talent and all the rest of that good stuff. But, like what you said, it's like it's all about keeping the music and the art alive, and you never really pass away when you do these things that keep you...
Art never dies.
Right. It never does.
As long as people listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a good way to honor Shock and to keep the music alive from the things that we started many years ago, and to be able to take it to the next level, to get to some of the old heads who loved it the first time, and to get to all the folks that have never heard of or are yet to hear a DU, and the next generation is representing it properly. It'll be like, if we do it right, they'll be watching like Star Trek Next Generation, and maybe they might go back and go catch, the Captain Kirk Spock Star Treks. But for right now, we're going to roll with the next generation and keep it going. Because things have to evolve, and that's what this is. Digital Underground, Next Generation. I want to thank you for breaking this off with some of this So Too and blessing us with some of your new music and the album.
Yeah.
The album should be up for people to grab everywhere, right?
Yeah, the album will be, like you said, in commemoration of Shock G's birthday, August 25th. Is when we're looking to drop. It's the re-up project, so it's going to be a mix of the new and the old. So it's going to be it's definitely going to be paying homage to the original record, and then it's going to have some new jams that you can see the evolution of where we're going with it. And it should be a fun little journey of like keeping the concept alive and keeping the legacy alive, and that's what I'm here to do. So.
That's fat. Why can we get out of here on something like? Did you have like some tributes to 3-4 with some Sprinkle Me, or was it just your own Sprinkle Me, or this, or was it Packet Dance with Sprinkle Me? Which one? Rock something for me on our way out.
Yeah, I got a Sprinkle Me record for you, right?
Yeah, and this has been another episode of the Chop Shop with your man Chop Master J.
Sprinkle me, sprinkle me, sprinkle me.
Judy Klein. And So Too.
Yeah.
Sprinkle me, yeah.
Till next time, love you so.
Sprinkle me, she just wanna sprinkle me. so too, here to get it started. Love it when the seas are departed. Not for the faint or weak-hearted. When she go in, she the hardest. Keep you on deck, trying to break the sweat. Give it to you all night till there's nothing left. Work it on out, gotta catch your breath. She looking hella good, looking at her best. Me and you gon' shine, that's the bottom line. Like the way you throw it back, like the way you grind. You got me going up on the incline. I'm looking at my watch, it's about the time. Take you to the back and show you what's up. Have you been in back, yeah, doing the toe touch. And this green leaf, yeah, got us float on. And your body like water, cause it's flow on. Sprinkle me, sprinkle me, sprinkle me. She just wanna sprinkle me. Sprinkle me, sprinkle me,